Pittsburgh area steelworkers are extremely upset with Donald Trump for his.
This is the find out phase, Pookies. Y'all spoke at his rallies. You voted for him. Where's Francesca and her I never thought the lepers would eat my face song? As one of my mutuals said about every blue-collar person in America who voted for the Cheeto, every working-class person in America who voted for the Cheeto, and is now finding out that their job is threatened, industry they work in is about to be struggling real hard, thoughts and tariffs. Thoughts and tariffs. Okay, I'm getting ready to go for a walk before the sun starts dipping and it gets too cold outside. But I wanted to take a second and reply to this comment. On my video where I'm stitching Aaron Parnas and he's talking about these Pittsburgh steel workers that are experiencing the find out of FAFO, they're really upset that the Cheeto that they voted for is going to do the things he said he was going to do. Slap on tariffs, start a trade war, hurt every working class person in America, hurt the steel industry. And in my comments, folks are saying like, oh, I'm so sad that people will have to, bear the burden and suffer as a result of so much of America voting for the Cheeto. And this person says, all I can do is help everyone I can, but not maggots. They can suffer. My immediate response is, well, maggots are facing the consequences of their actions. Unfortunately, we have to face the consequences of their actions too. But hopefully we can all lean on each other and support each other and mitigate that burden a little bit. But the maggots, they can suffer. And I was thinking about how this relates to parenting, good parenting, non-punitive parenting, that is also non-permissive parenting. We call this natural consequences, where you don't jump in to rescue your child from feeling the discomfort of them making a choice that is less than optimal or is actively harmful. Rescuing kids from feeling and facing the consequences of their own actions is depriving them of the experience of failure, how that shapes their thinking and molds their choices going forward in the future. And so I really think this is what we need to do with Trumpers. Let them experience the natural consequences, because otherwise they have no hope of learning from failure if we or whoever else in their lives rescues them from feeling all of the discomfort and the burden, the weight of the consequences of their choice to vote against the safety and well-being of every working class person in America because they were foolish enough to believe a liar, a 34-time convicted felon, when he said, trust me, you guys can trust me. They believed a man who has spent his entire career being a con artist and a liar because they thought they were going to get cheaper eggs and watch their brown neighbors get deported. So no, they need to face the natural consequences of their actions. And maybe, have a small sliver of a hope that they'll learn a lesson from that. Okay, you want to prioritize shopping hyper-local, boosting your local economy, because we know that building strong, robust local communities is one step toward resilience. One big, important step. So you want to make active choices to shop local. But what do you do if the owners of those shops are active, Cheeto supporters? This is a really good question, and I know I am in a position of privilege living in Portland, Oregon, where it's much easier to shop locally and know that the businesses you are supporting support your ethics, values, and their politics are not undermining the safety and well-being of every person in America. If you step outside of Portland, the other day, a friend who lives down in Eugene was messaging with me, and they were saying that everywhere you look, it's Trumpers. And that's a college town in Oregon. And I don't necessarily have a perfect answer to this because we're going to have to build bridges with folks in our community, even if we have disparate political views. I haven't actually figured out how to navigate this issue well.